When we pass on, almost everyone's concern is, how will we be remembered? What legacy did we leave behind? Many of us don't have to concern ourselves with being listed as John or Jane Doe. Unfortunately, Fred Bogue was listed as such, or more precisely, unknown white man, according to his gravestone. I'm not going to go into too much detail, and I'll explain why here in a moment, but back to the story. Imagine, if you will, being a farmer in Perrysville, Indiana in 1930. This year saw one of the worst droughts it has seen in many years, as this ultimately was the start of the Dust Bowl. On top of that, we were only a year into the Great Depression. Not to mention, Prohibition was still going on, and the Great Experiment was not going to end for another 3 years. Ice cream parlors were popping up to replace the bar and tavern nightlife at the time. Mel Hancock, however, didn't have to imagine. He was living it. He owned a farm about 10 miles southeast of Danville, Illinois, and Perrysville, Indiana. On Monday, May 11th, around 9:30 p.m., he sees what appears to be a small sedan drive past his farm and stop 100 miles away. Moments later, 2 gunshots ring out before the car speeds off heading towards Danville. To avoid an encounter with the passengers of the car, Mel waited until the next morning to investigate the location of the gunshots, only to find a man, clad only in underwear, lying face down with 2 gunshots in him, one being in his face in an attempt to destroy his teeth to hide his identity. This worked for a while until his wife Mary identified him. However, the gravestone had already been placed, listing him as unknown white man. Want to know more? We're having our second annual Riverside Cemetery Walk on October 26, 2023. We will be providing more information as we get closer. Stay tuned to our social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, where we will be releasing more information on the walk.